Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into an exciting new story, Birbal and the Mango Merchant. Once upon a time in the grand court of Emperor Akbar, merchants from every corner of the empire would visit to sell their finest mangoes. Among them was a wealthy mango merchant named Dhaniram, known across the land for his delicious golden mangoes that tasted like honey and sunshine. One summer morning, Dhaniram arrived at the palace gates with a cart loaded with his best mangoes. He bowed deeply before Akbar. "Your Majesty," said Dhaniram, "I bring a special gift, the first harvest of the season, reserved only for you." Akbar, who was fond of mangoes, was delighted. "What a wonderful gift, Dhaniram! You shall be rewarded handsomely." The emperor ordered his attendants to bring in the mangoes. As the crates were opened, the sweet scent filled the entire court. Akbar picked up a mango and took a bite. His eyes lit up. "Excellent! These are the finest mangoes I've ever tasted." Birbal, standing beside the throne, smiled but said nothing. He knew that when something seemed too good to be true, it often was. A few days later, Akbar summoned Dhaniram to the court again. "Your mangoes were so wonderful, I've decided to give you a land grant," the emperor said. Dhaniram bowed low, but something in his eyes glimmered with greed. "Thank you, Jahapanna. You are the most generous." But the same week, rumors began to spread through the city. Some said that the mangoes sold in the market by Dhaniram tasted sour and rotten. Others claimed that he was mixing unripe fruit with the ripe ones to cheat his customers. The people were angry. People decided to investigate this quietly. Disguised as a villager, he visited Dhaniram's stall. "Bhaiya," Birbal said in a rough voice, "I have heard you sell the best mangoes in the city." Dhaniram, unaware he was speaking to the emperor's advisor, smiled greedily. Of course, only the best. For you, a special price." Birbal bought a few and then took them home. As expected, they were sour and spoiled. He returned the next day in a different disguise and watched Dhaniram instruct his workers to place the ripest mangoes at the top of each basket and hide the bad ones underneath. Birbal now had proof. He returned to the court and told the emperor everything. Akbar was furious. "How dare he cheat my people, and after I reward him?" "Your Majesty," said Birbal, "shall I deal with him in my own way?" Akbar nodded. "Do as you must, Birbal, but I want justice and a lesson he won't forget." The next morning, Birbal summoned Dhaniram to court. "Dhaniram," he said, "His Majesty was so pleased with your mangoes that he decided to honor you in front of the entire court. Tomorrow, you will present your finest mangoes again, but this time in front of all the ministers and nobles. His Majesty wishes to hold a grand tasting ceremony." Dhaniram's face turned pale, but he forced a smile. "Of course, Sahib, anything for His Majesty." He returned home in panic. He had given away all of his best mangoes to the emperor. His current stock was unfit for royalty. He sent messengers to nearby villages offering high prices for the best fruit. But it was the peak mango season, and every other merchant had already sold their best to the palace or to the nobles. On the day of the ceremony, Dhaniram appeared with a new cart of mangoes. He tried to pick the best ones, but most of them were still sour and bruised. The court was filled with curious ministers. Birbal stepped forward and addressed the gathering. "Today, we celebrate the generosity of our dear mango merchant, Dhaniram, who has brought such joy to the emperor with his fruit. To honor him, we shall have each courtier taste a mango and share their thoughts." One by one, the ministers bit into the mangoes, their faces twisted in disgust. Some spat them out, others scoffed and then reached for water. "What is this?" one of them cried. "These mangoes taste like medicine." Another minister shouted, "Mine is full of worms." The court erupted into murmurs and angry complaints. Akbar raised a hand. "Dhaniram, what is the meaning of this?" Dhaniram fell to his knee. "Jahapanna, forgive me. These are not the same mangoes I brought earlier. I ran out of the good ones." "So you sell the bad ones to the people and then save the good ones for me?" Akbar's voice was cold. Birbal stepped forward. "Your Majesty, now you see the truth. Dhaniram is not a generous merchant but a clever deceiver. He gave you the sweet mangoes to earn your favor, but he feeds your people with rot and filth. The emperor's eyes narrowed. This is treachery! Birbal nodded. And it must be punished. Akbar turned to his guards. Strip him from his land grant, fine him heavily, and let the money be used for providing free mangoes to the poor this summer. Real mangoes. The guards seized Dhaniram, who wept and begged for mercy, but Akbar was firm. As Dhaniram was led away, Akbar turned to Birbal with a smile. Once again, you have protected the people with your wisdom. Birbal bowed. Japanna, it is a mango merchant's job to sell food, but it is a king's duty to ensure that the food is not poison. The court applauded. Justice had been served, not just with a sword, but with a sharp mind. So the moral of the story is that a sweet gift can hide sour intentions. True justice peels back the skin and sees what lies beneath. Thank you. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more such fascinating stories. Bye bye and see you all very soon in my next video.